Hey, I'm with Chris on this one. I also think this could be a crazy Game 5 finish with Legion coming out on top. It was hard to actually get those words out, which tells you I might not believe it. Let's find out what happens, though, ladies and gents. Final match of the day. What a Saturday it has been. Miles and Charles to take you through this last one, and we're very, very excited, as I'm sure you can tell, at the prospect of this series.
I think the main thing for me looking at the maps and modes is like the 1 in 3, like the first 2 respawns for Vegas. It is not a good look. Admittedly, the record on it, not with 2 Real, and 2 Real is bringing a different impact to the squad, but they have a 1 in 5 record on Hotel Hardpoint. So maybe this will just be a pretty quick indication of the impact 2 Real has, how competitive, or if you can just outright beat Atlanta FaZe, who by no means are world beaters on this map. 4 in 5 record, the worst team in the game at actually breaking through on hardpoint. So right there, I think sort of paints the picture of the key to success for Vegas Legion. Win the rotations. Just, dear God, win those rotations.
Yeah, get in there first, and it's all yours for the whole thing. No one's going to get in there at all. If the stats lie, it's only because FaZe have gotten better since the last time we saw them. Here we go, into the first hard point, Atlanta FaZe. They will be there a little slower, but that doesn't mean they're any less dangerous. Here are the kills in the feed already. It's your boy Clay, find the first.
And already just the instant break. Temp ready for it, though, so a pretty solid setup just off the rip from Vegas. Everything covered, Temp for 2, and now you can start pushing out the hill just a little bit and let 2 Real get up in the mix and potentially start making moves, or maybe aBeZy off spawn will try to cause problems. But where you've lost the hill for Vegas, you've at least gained the right side of the map, and again, rotation's incredibly key. Admittedly, though, Simp's trying to break it down from the start.
Yeah, Simp, the kind of got to break it down from the front as well. Goes right through that hard point. TJ is going to soak up as much time as possible before Cellium removes him from the equation. Final 10 there on P1. 2 Real on the outside of the map, winning big fights against aBeZy. That's what you like to see for the Vegas Legion fans. A little bit of an opening pace set here. Will FaZe be able to bounce back going into the next relatively lined up? Here comes hard point number 2.
This is already so tough. If you're trying to flood in through the chandelier side, it is not going to be easy. I'm expecting the 2 Real flank to come through, and there you go. He's able to find success in the first push, is going to be stopped. Now, though, I'd say for FaZe, though, 1, they just got the entry. 2, pressure through the middle of the map, then aBeZy. And 3, Cellium's popping pieces. Temp, too many directions to look, and just like that, it doesn't need to be a clean setup for FaZe. They just have to bully their way as quick as they can.
Clay is a bully. He's coming for lunch money here in the hard point. Vegas still running up the lead so far. Slasher, though, goes toe-to-toe with Clayster and brings him down. The next 20 seconds should be FaZe. Temp unable, sadly, to get the trophy out in time. Slasher's nade will take care of him. Over now, though, to the small side of the kitchen. This is going to get real mixy indeed. Legion are first in. Let's see how the setup holds.
And this is already going to be a little bit problematic as well. You already have Simp just toying with him a little bit, trying to make some noise, and he ends up getting a nade kill before he falls just to sort of soften up the push. But a close spawn there for 2 Real, who's going to be back in the mix for his teammates, and makes the hill that much more difficult. You can see FaZe, though, setting up, trying to break from both sides.
Tough looks there from Legion. No trophies just yet. Clay needs a kill to get it. Oh no, the breaks are there. TJ last man alive. Okay. Oh no, TJ taken down. It's aBeZy in the feed with a couple of sweet ones though. 2 Real right back at it. Gets 2 of his own. The hard point's not done yet.
Well, either way though, either the team that is 12th in breaks already breaking through both of the old hills, and maybe not for a massive amount of time. You still Cellium in the back trying to keep these players at bay, and you'll be able to do exactly that. The break is eventual but successful, and Atlanta FaZe able to take the lead, and now it's about that race to try to get ahead of the game, because Clayster and 2 Real just dove over towards old. Now Simp is just trying to buy time for his teammates to come and support him, and by the time he falls, at least aBeZy is nearby, but that is too many players for Vegas. I don't know if aBeZy is going to be able to bounce just yet.
Oh, he's doing what he can though. There's the reinforcements in the form of Cellium, and boy, let me tell you, the cavalry has arrived. He's on a 5 spree. It's 10 and 2 overall for Cellium, and he's working it. Temp though finds it. 2 Real, 2 in the feed. Hard points up, and once again, it's Vegas.
Oh, this is beautiful as well. I think 2 Real didn't even find the tack off the ground. I think he just knew where he was going to spawn, so had the right gun for the job, and he is slowing Atlanta FaZe down so much. Nice little readjustment. Gonna be able to catch out Simp, and honestly, Atlanta FaZe, so much pressure towards the middle of the map just to do with 2 Real. By the time they get through him, now you gotta go through the front, and that is gunny up for the 2 AR players of Vegas Legion. You have Clayster able to take him down at least for a moment, but through some nade smoke, things get mixy. But in the mix, it looks like for the moment, Vegas keeping the pressure on.
They don't mind the mixer, man. They're all about it. They welcome the maelstrom of madness that is the back bar here on Hotel. There we go. That one's done now over towards the restaurant. And hello, Sneaky Simp. He's going to sneak on in, catch a dive, get himself 2. That's a sweet spree for Simp.
And that's a nice little moment, too, just because Cellium was able to collect that scrap time and hold in the 3v4, in theory, over towards New. Well, Simp is able to deliver with his teammates and get the job done. So Atlanta FaZe finally able to get ahead of that rotation game just a little bit, get set up inside a restaurant. Cellium gonna spot out everybody and get tags in, but it looks like Vegas, honestly, just gonna run straight at the hill and take it straight from Atlanta.
He's trying. They're just going to dive in. Cellium's holding these players at the bay. He's going to call them out now to his teammates. Hopefully be able to send them in and get some kills. Trophy starting to run out. aBeZy up close. Managed to get one. Trades out immediately. Final 30 on the point here. TJ once again. Keeping the kills going. And Vegas somehow come out on top. Another war in the restaurant.
Yeah, 57 trades for Vegas to get the final one. And now an interesting moment to try to break the New hill. I was going to say 2Real maybe in position to make a soft little dent, but he gets taken care of. And Atlanta FaZe are going to have the full setup as Vegas going to be working the breakthrough kitchen.
Vegas working the break. Let's see how they sound with a quick listen in.
Square of the hill too. Top right square of the hill.
Yeah.
I spawned close couches, y'all.
One shot, Simp. One shot. I door kid's really weak.
Yo, back van hop, back van.
Okay.
If he straight slide, I get a kill. One shot back van, one bullet backstairs.
Walking front. Nothing breaks.
He's backstairs, one shot.
Got him. I'm one bullet here.
Help me,
Kitchen. Let's give me kitchen. Watch out.
What's in the back?
I'm one shot.
Yo, hill in the back, hill and deep back.
Back water fountain.
Deep back kitchen and hill.
Light side of hill. Yeah, that side of hill. Teach.
He's deep. And what's flanking
On
back?
him, behind him, bed.
I got one top. One's better.
Gotta kill that guy in the
Top
back.
left.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. Not touch down. Deep water, me. Deep water.
Some of them are gonna
Spawn
spawn
mid.
cage, bro.
I'm top
That's just
bed
the
right
Got a
now.
trophy on new.
Top bed weak. Top bed weak.
Some
Simp.
shit. Okay. I'm playing for Simp.
Stay disciplined here, bro. We're only down 20.
I got Simp. I'm hitting hill.
Spawning cage.
I'm in cage.
It's
They're spawning weird then.
spot, guys. And aBeZy's top cat. What's this guy old? Hold
I
up.
hear one cage.
Him spawn spot. I spawn spot behind him.
Cage, one shot, Simp.
Atlanta FaZe take the lead back during the listen-in chance, but hey, not bad looks whatsoever from Vegas Legion, still alive and kicking.
Well, you also had Atlanta FaZe sort of playing on the back foot and trying to break these hills on repeat, and your SMGs, especially aBeZy, was feeling that pain. As soon as you get your AR set up in the New hill and you stabilize the game just a little bit, aBeZy has started to go on a tear. Got up to his teammates at the very least, and obviously Atlanta FaZe taking the lead, but again, they were just playing off the back foot and struggling. Now they're the ones in control.
Yeah, he was sitting like 4 and 10 a moment ago. Now aBeZy 11 and 15. Great work out of him. 33 seconds remaining here on P1 as we get all the way back towards the center of the map again, and it's non-stop here on Hotel. Temp in the feed there. Clay with a couple of his own, and we are trying to force out that right-hand side. aBeZy's the man to worry about, though. He snuck in, he's found a corner, and he's going to hold on for this tough winter.
Oh, now the question is, how well do you check your corners? Clay a little bit too loud and ends up being bait, and Zell saw this player a little bit earlier. Actually, that was aBeZy, excuse me, but he does get traded out, so Temp doing a nice job on the rotation. Has the left side completely under lock and key. No one getting through. Clayster on the other side. So now it's sort of the tails of the ARs trying to watch the wings. And when Clayster's going to fall, he should just be calling out the pressure. But Atlanta FaZe, they're flooding in through the desk side. And Temp, he's got a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, FaZe now trying for the break. Let's go for a quick listen in.
Broken. I spawned the back MC. Oh, that guy's one's broken. Wall back. They might be behind you, MC. P4 and no, they're mid. Wall back. Wait. Back right broken.
Is it hold steady?
One shot back
Hold
here.
steady.
That's just it.
Hold heady still.
Heard you.
I'm one shot.
Guns.
I'm trying to
Challenge one more time. Ten back steps, guys.
That's my guess. That's.
I'm on there.
1, 2, 2.
Alright, all good. Full 60s new. I spawned spa.
We'll keep you close front of you. I'm trying to get the back.
Yeah, just got spawned.
That's one other.
There's
I never
two.
realized it.
They're going right, it looks like, guys.
Nice.
One shot out TJ.
Where's he at?
No, I need
Throw
help.
TJ. He's on clock.
Cammy, he's on mid desk.
Where?
Can't believe so long. Still there.
Mid desk on me.
Door.
Turn on the back right now.
TJ's front. I'm pitching your back.
Push me out, weak, Donnie, in the back.
I'm light.
Yo, one's
see in
back
front.
P6. One's back P6.
Are you
Okay,
one
so
friend?
then.
I'll see them in front.
I'll see back B6.
I'm gonna do
All the back P6.
Oh, back lights. Back lights, Donnie now.
There's a guy being
in front of this. Tell me.
Vegas locking it down in kitchen. Temp finds a few more there. Chance, not bad listening from Atlanta FaZe nonetheless, but hey man, they've got their work cut off for them here. This could be the win for Vegas.
Yeah, this is going to be a very difficult one as well. You just have to hit through the front. Wow, Simp just straight up dives his way in and at least starts the contest. Forces the Vegas players out in a moment like that, just a bait from Simp of all players. When he's the bait, you feel like it's a bad sign, but they make the best of the situation, get all of that scrap, and at least try to keep the game alive. Now aBeZy, though, also has his work cut out for him. He has his teammate watching the cross, but you also have 2Real all the way in the back end. Honestly, 2Real in prime position and try to shut these players down, but he gets spotted and caught. FaZe now have the back spawns.
Temp from the front side, he also calls his streaking, no problem there. Clay, top bed, where the magic happens, and he's the wizard right now. Temp's finding kills as well. Vegas are holding on here with an iron grip. No one able to get through. aBeZy trying to slow down anything and anyone, but the hard point is behind him. It's 10 seconds for the win. His teammates are getting smoked to the point.
No.
I don't believe what I'm seeing. Ladies and gentlemen, strap in, boys and girls. This is going to be one hell of a series because Vegas have just taken map number 1.
Well, all of the, man, even that route aBeZy just took towards the end, went everywhere, but the actual hard point couldn't find a kill. And the spread for Vegas, too clean and 2Real, making impactful plays all over the map the entire time, whether it's dragging the attention of both aBeZy and Cellium towards the back spawn and setting his teammates up just to get to the front of the hill. They're just those moments where he's pulling out the tack and like being the guy to cut off mid for his team. Like, you know, AR, SMGs, there's a lot of times where you spawn up and you just need to be the guy that has the right gun for the job. And I don't know, man, I'm seeing 2Real make those heads up plays, and they didn't even have to be the guy in the hill because everybody else delivers. TJ Halley ended up collecting 2 minutes of that time, and I mean, that's the second win on this map on the year for Vegas, and that is a hell of a team to do it against.
Woo! What a great start to this series. Beautiful work there all around from Vegas Legion, turning heads, winning hearts and minds, kissing babies and signing all sorts of things after that kind of series. Still though, from Atlanta FaZe, chance, I mean, we do have a slight correction to make in the stats coming into this one. It wasn't necessarily that FaZe were 12th in hold. It's actually their breaks, and it shows in that game.
Vice versa. No. We said they were 12th in breaks, and that's why Vegas had to rotate. It turns out they were 12th in hold. So the rotation matters for almost like opposite reasons. It's so confusing, you know, the breaks, the hold, what's going on? Well, in this game, it was honestly the breaks that time that were on point for FaZe in moments like this where they were getting through on kitchen, but I think the desk kill might have been where Vegas sort of set themselves apart, not just the first set of rotations, but the second as well. So, I mean, again, efficient gameplay through and through, and I think especially so on this hill, it was 2Real both times, sort of setting his teammates up. Again, first go around, cutting off the middle of the map, the second time dragging so much attention towards the back, and I think that's probably, I mean, I don't want to say comfortable. I'm sure it was still stressful, but one of the more comfortable games that both Temp and Clayster were able to have as an AR.
Oh wait, Temp, speaking of, 1.6 there, dropped from that series, coming out of the Atlanta FaZe headquarters as well. So yeah, there is definitely an imposter among them. GG's though, first map's done, Hotel Hardpoint in the books. What an exciting finish that was, 250-211, indeedy there, as Vegas Legion take the lead in the series. Now though, Search and Destroy. Now Chance, I do believe there is a record nearing on the line here in this Mikado Search and Destroy, and God only knows it could be broken in this series, or at least not met. Who finds out in a minute? Tell us all about that Search and Destroy record, mate.
100%. Atlanta FaZe currently on a 10 S&D win streak. The record is 10 from LAG of last year. Obviously, the funny point there is the fact that Slasher on both of those teams. So S&D menace on the map at all times. It is the bread and butter of Slasher. It is what he absolutely loves. And now in this series, it's exactly what Atlanta FaZe needs. The fact that we're going to Mercado is also interesting, by the way, because Atlanta FaZe have never banned it, but they've only played it twice the entire year. One of those was against LAG Academy. So again, they're 2-0. One of those wins was against an AM team at the time. Obviously, I say AM. 3 of those players are now on a starting roster, but either way, the S&D was not the finest. So the map where they are trying to break the record is on a map where they have very few reps, at least in like, you know, a tournament or match play. And they're going against a team where S&D has been the bread and butter for Vegas Legion.
Bread and butter. What a FaZe eating though. Let's think about these guys going to this one. Search and Destroy, the absolute go-to. They have been seemingly unstoppable. This is the comeback moment for them here in the series. This team, of course, they won Major 2 World champions across the entire board. Sensational Call of Duty careers for them. I'm just excited to see how far these careers go, Chance. Frankly, I've kind of pulled this out of this current moment chat here, and I'm talking about legacies. But now, game's ready to rock and roll. Here we go, ladies and gents. Map number 2. LSClo searching and straw. Sorry, Mikado Lasamas. I'm sorry.
It's been a tough series so far, man.
What a series, bro. I need a break. Here we go. Straight to Mikado. Map number 2.
It's worth pointing out for Atlanta FaZe, I mean, 2-1 throughout this split on the online portion. They have suffered a loss, so a loss to Vegas will put them in a pretty bad spot. And Vegas are 1-1, have a big win over LA Thieves already. And if they can take Atlanta FaZe down, I mean, Vegas potentially just a new contender. Like, the sky is the limit. However, that is a terrifying sight. 63% for First Bloods is ridiculous. aBeZy obviously is the main reason why, but it's Cellium with the nades that gets the first, but it is Clay for the response.
Oh, Clay with the old MCPR 3 hundo with the First Blood. You don't see too many of those these days. Everyone's running the SPX. Literally everyone today. Clay, though, towards the back wall. Man's got spots. Take notes. Rank play teammates. Can he find a second? Oh, you.
So tough.
Oh, damn, that's tough. Cellium does find a kill on the other side of the map, though. Now 3v2. Clay and Tej. Trying to stop this bomb going down.
I'd be very careful about the shoulders that you throw. Doesn't even know if someone's on bomb, but if it doesn't go down, TJ just praying for the angle that he can catch a pick. For the moment for FaZe, everybody posted, and yep, Clayster falls as well, so Slasher loves the pick game, able to spot him out, and TJ can't quite get the kill. Trades are out and bound in Atlanta FaZe. Perfection in round 1.
It's crazy to think, though, again, Tej could have actually hit that site and maybe killed aBeZy. Maybe killed aBeZy in that tight corner. Who knows, though. Crazy stuff, though. Good work out FaZe there in the opening round. They managed to find the goods. A bomb site control. Total dominance there. Massive lockdown. No one getting in or out. As the rest of Vegas Legion weren't even to be seen most of that round. They were eviscerated quite quickly. Good job, FaZe.
And it is worth pointing out as well, it has been a talking point for a while because Illy used to only snipe, so we'd always talk about how impactful he is, but it was him and Clayster, 2 most impactful snipers in the league, and it's been a long time since we've seen Clay use it, and it was only good for 1 that round, but always a lethal threat to keep in the back pocket as aBeZy, yep, straight ahead, no time wasted, out and about, impossible to find, impossible to kill without him taking 2 of your friends first, and unfortunate for 2 real. Gonna have to clutch a 1v4.
Oh my word. Okie dokie, 2 real. Let's see what you're made of, son. He's so close to Deddy as well. And what he doesn't know is he's very close to Simp on the inside there. Simp ain't moving. He's the young vet. Will hold down that top side of the cantina, no problem. Slash has got the other side covered. Good news for 2 real, though. He's got the bomb and 40 seconds. Here we go. Pop steady.
For the timing, yeah, you already see Slasher starting to wrap back, so he's taking enough time just to force sort of a one-on-one fight around the site for the moment until Simp spots him, and now Slasher can be in the reinforcement, and you see what Simp's doing, getting out towards his teammates so he can get the help, but he finds the kill. No trade just yet, but Slasher, no mistakes made, shuts down the 1v4, but good lord, the 2 real just put on some pressure.
I'd be smirking if I were 2 real as well. Like, you give me half a second more. Old man, let it go, and I'm going to cut you in half. He was feeling it. And this was aBeZy's just absurd run. Watch the moves here. The first kill's good enough, but this spot, quick prone, hip fire, catches out the other. He came so close to taking 2 real also. What a 3-piece that would have been.
And that's hilarious too, because you know as soon as aBeZy gets that kill, Clayster just screaming at his teammates. He's in like the alley cut. He's in the alley cut. And by the time he like stops calling out, aBeZy somehow made it inside in the corner behind you. So difficult to keep track of, and now not even leading the charge, but roaming over towards B. I mean, site control for the moment, but 2 real on the instant flank gets his revenge on Slasher.
We're going in. Cellium. Awkward spot to be in. That stun's not going to do a whole lot. Those nades, though, might. Clay's going to have to dip. He bought a lot of space. Simp and aBeZy joined the feed. Clayster, though, managing to get one of his own, and this is all of a sudden a 2v2.
And it's 2 real and Clayster working together. A lot of damage done, but now you're going to have to walk face first into this AR. Better throw a shoulder, better chow. Clay just guns him and leaves Simp in the 1v2.
Oh, it's Clay and 2 reals. Bring your son to work day, and they're both deady. Silent as you like. Now the next part of the problem is take care of Simp. In the slight off angle now. He's on the inside of the site, not going to make a single noise. He's going to wait for these boys to get involved. Clay gets dropped. That's going to be it. 15 seconds now. Too real. You couldn't clutch up in the previous round. Can you get it here?
Oh, Simp's got the dead silence too, but he's just going to run straight into it in Too Real. The light in his eyes goes off because he just collects that oh-so-sweet Christmas gift. Simp, no 1v2 right there. Timing not quite on point, and I think Simp might have just been worried that Too Real hopped the bomb when Clay was looking over him, but redemption in that moment of the clutch for Too Real, and nice little moment there as well because him and Clay starting to make moves.
This is what it looked like from Too Real's POV. It looked so easy, but to make that read, to trust in the re-challenge from Simp, he knows the aggression of the young phenom. He's seen hours and hours of tape. Good reads from Too Real. Strong nerve. Does not let it get to him. Vegas back in this. Ooh, this is a good stage. I'm excited. This is a great stage to destroy. 2-1.
And first blood battle is going to be tricky, right? How do you play against aBeZy? This time you chuck all the nades in the world and try to slow him down, but getting met with a couple nades of your own, and this time it's Slasher that picks up that first blood. So many of these players on Vegas feeling the pain, but at least Temp able to get that trade. You do have a 3 versus 3, but you do not have A site control. You have a lot of ARs that are going to be staring at windows.
You're looking at the bomb, though, and that's in the hands of Clayster right now, and he's mid-map, so he's still thinking about that B hit potentially. What can he see? And it's Slasher versus Clay. It's a battle of the ages, and Clay comes out on top. Is that enough, though, to pull the defenders? It's currently it's Simp and Cellium just hanging out in the bushes.
Oh, and Cellium's making plays. Wow, he's popping Deddy and running at them with the tack, and unfortunately runs right past one, but runs right into another. And now it's just the hunt for Clayster as the timing is ridiculous.
Oh, he heard him, he heard him, he heard him, Cellium! He's going to come in the backside now. No, at the front door! Wait a minute. Clay? What a fight that was! FaZe, though, survive, and a little bit of weird timing, a bit of FOV magic as Cellium somehow slips by those players. But either way, a masterclass in teamwork and gun skill from FaZe.
Yeah, and that is just the lethal threat of Atlanta FaZe, though, right? Even when you finally take care of, like, one of the tears, you think you got the pressure, you find the pick towards the middle of the map. Well, even Cellium is capable of making the aggressive, Deddy plays and getting behind you and flanking. The pressure is always on. You got to be on point to beat this team, and a nice little lead right now for Atlanta FaZe. 3-1 as DJ 0-4, Temp 1-4, feeling the pain.
Yeah, they are feeling the pain. Don't forget, this is to tie the record. This is 11 search and destroy wins in a row if Atlanta FaZe can
to beat the record. They are tied currently.
Oh, they're tied currently. KiSMET. Sorry, mate. I'm so wrong. 3-2. Vegas down a man.
Yeah, already again. First bloods, whether or not they come through. Trades too quick. Atlanta FaZe gonna jump on him, gonna kill him. You know he's challenging, even though aBeZy gets traded from the wings up top. From the heavens descend, Atlanta FaZe. You know, the interesting thing about this map, in my mind, they've only played it twice. They're 2-0, but they've also never vetoed it. They just don't pick it. So they have aBeZy, where they're undefeated. They have Elisilo, where they're 10-2 and look unstoppable. And technically, we don't even know what their best map is. Like, it could be Mercado. S&D for this team is just utterly bonkers.
Oh, my God. Another round. Can Vegas turn it around? Can they get it going? 4-1. Currently FaZe running the show here on Mercado.
Nades on point. Trophies out, though, so those will get stopped. And finally, actually, for Vegas, those nades are going to slow the push down, and it just doesn't matter. Still, another nade kill from Slasher. TJ might get on the board, but he gets traded. Temp at least the extra, so you do have a 2 versus 2. Another clutch moment. All 4 ARs.
All 4 ARs. I wonder how many Dead Silence players we've got here, because Clay's running trophy. On the other side of the board, Cellium, who's now creeping through mid. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Cellium, Dead Silence, Slasher does. He does have the trophy. Yeah, it's tough for Temp. Yeah, that's real sore. And there's an awkward conversation being had right now of like, you got this one? There's a no. I'm running a trophy also. So there we go. Bomb plant. Here we go. 2v2.
Also about the reads as well. This is a typical sort of clutch spot being played in Atlanta FaZe. If it's 2 tacks, maybe you don't go for the close angle. Looks like they're doubling up towards tunnel, and they're going to try to take down Temp, but Clayster can feel it. So he's slowly creeping up, but again, no Dead Silence. He can't be aggressive, but Temp delivers at least for 1. Might have just bought his round the win.
Cellium's making his way straight into the courtyard. An aggressive play, ambitious tags from behind. Vegas Legion stay alive in the post-plant position, 4-2.
Yeah, big win right there from Temp. Bought his team the round is what I was trying to say, because both the ARs posted up. If no trade comes through, not a lot of opportunity for anything to happen. And even the spidey senses from Clayster, of like enough time has passed, no one's trowed them, make a quick move and just be able to tell Temp to be like, they're not here. It's got to be tunnel or the flank. I'll check this real quick and can wrap back to pick up tunnel and try to make your life easier. But Temp wins the gunfight in the meantime, and players getting on board as well. TJ collecting a kill, Temp adding a couple extra. Vegas trying to build that momentum.
One round at a time, so they need 2 real. Makes his way inside. Oh my word, he cuts the shots there from aBeZy. From toe to head. Doesn't manage to get the kill though. You can see footsteps, all sorts of noise. Manages to get one out of it. Oh, the reach out immediately. Oh, lordy, let me tell you. There was a lot of damage dealt there from that hip fire, but not enough to bring down Simp. 2v2 again.
Oh, this is being read though. I mean, again, Temp and Clayster are always the final players left, but they already come through the middle of the map, so they got the intel. Clayster maybe looking for the chow towards mid, but he's got to be delicate, and I don't think they've read it enough. They saw one player mid. They have no idea where Simp is. And I don't know if Simp's going to make the push and try to make the play or just keep control of this B site. But for the moment, you see Clayster. I mean, he's staring at things that are just out of the picture. That is not where the bomb or the players on Atlanta FaZe are going. And it looks like they've read this wrong. Atlanta FaZe being gifted a free bomb plant towards B.
Such a tough read as well. However, the great news for FaZe is Cell's going to plant this bomb and guarantee himself dead silence. That could be the difference maker right now. Post-plant position from FaZe. Both of them stacked up on the inside of tin. Clock's ticking.
And they have no information too. You see Cellium trying to figure out where he needs to play. It's the Vaznev up top and attack down low. Cell can snake that middle section forever. You get intel on one. Simp can feel the pressure. He's trying to read the jump up, and, well, Vegas are making moves.
They're making them many moves as they possibly can. No Deddy just yet, so a lot of noise now being made. Both players upstairs now. Less than 20 on the clock. Have to keep an eye on the bomb. No one on the defuse. That's all good for now. There's Clay through the window. Able to get anything out of this. He does get the kill. 10 seconds to go. You still have to track down Cellium. Someone's got to go on it quick. Dive for it. Cell, though, from upstairs. Oh, you would have never read him. Never in a million years would you have guessed it. Cellium, dead silent. What a demon he is.
And that is, I mean, that is maximum level difficulty of trying to retake this site with players who are up top. You saw the way Simp was checking the bomb, just flying across the window, and you can see, yep, it's good. We're in the clear, and he can do that. He's never going to die, and just the perfect moment to jump out of the window as soon as the jump up is coming through. The maximum difficulty, retaking that without dead silence is 2 AR players. That is a hell of an attempt, but doesn't make a difference. You're down 5-2.
All right, I think I tell a lie. Cellium didn't activate dead silence, so we've still got that going in this round.
Okay, GG. Welcome to the record.
Okay, that's what you get to the control. Oh, just so. Through the towel, throw it in. Temp, what you got? Let's just go to control. You know what? Let's just run the break. Let's get us to a commercial break. Get into that control ASAP, because this round is done.
The nades again. I mean, Slasher with the Semtex, this time down low. How many first bloods did Atlanta FaZe just get? Pretty much all of them, and their 2-0 record. Both of their wins, they won in a 6-2 fashion. And he just doesn't have dead silence. That is GG. That is the record. Congratulations, Atlanta FaZe. No surprise there. They're S&D, the best in the world.
Unbelievable. The best in the world. Another record set with Austin Lidigo. Slasher on the roster there as Atlanta FaZe have done it. Search and Destroy is their game mode. And what a way to close it out. We tie the series up 1-1. Surprise for those who have just joined us. Yeah, Vegas took the hard point. Now, though, control after this. Chance, not a bad search whatsoever from FaZe. Another banger. Oh, terrible looks from Vegas, but it's still very, very difficult to deal with the world's best.
Yeah, and also 6 out of 8 rounds. Atlanta FaZe getting the first blood. This time Slasher for 3. aBeZy only had to get 2 of them, so almost ordinary stuff out of aBeZy, but other players picking up in the mix. And I mean, definitely good moments in the S&D for sure, but just an overwhelming force is Atlanta FaZe in every given situation. It doesn't matter what players are left alive. They're going to be able to convert.
Woo, crazy stuff, ladies and gents. Well, that is the first 2 maps in the series now complete. We're going to go to a quick commercial break on the other side of this one. Control. Find out who takes the lead here in the series. Vegas Legion going up against Atlanta FaZe. We'll be right back. Our scuff play of the game, well, ladies and gentlemen, it's not just a play, it's the record being set. Atlanta FaZe, 12, search and destroy, map wins in a row, and they're just dangerous, they're mean, they're aggressive, they're ultimately very friendly as individuals, but that squad, unstoppable in the mode so far.
And they're just spooky. I mean, the first blood king is aBeZy. This is a game where Slasher got the most first bloods, clutch potential on the ARs every single time, whether it's Cellium and Simp or Cellium having to make the dead silence plays or Slasher clutching up towards the end. Everything for this team is going right. They have 2 different maps that they're just undefeated on that they don't even have to play all the time. And then the one that they're not undefeated on is Elasilo, which is the game 5 in this series, and they're 10-2. So I don't know what you do against them in search and destroy. You just pray, I guess.
I mean, sure. That's what you got. The playbook's running a little thin. It's just time to look up in the sky and scream help against Atlanta FaZe in search and destroy. Control, though, a totally different kettle of fish or bag of bricks, whatever you want to say. But we're going to find out what happens now as we descend into Elasilo, into the asylum. Staying here in Las Almas for more shenanigans, for a point A and a point B and 30 lives either side, and we'll find out what the hell happens in this one.
And those are actually incredibly surprising stats from Temp, because those numbers look good. The record on the map, 0-4. So look, you might have a guy getting some good output, but you actually have to win the map at some point to really start holding any sort of a claim. But I would say for Vegas, maybe 2Real can be that impactful player. They had a 1-5 record on Hotel Hardpoint, came out, beat Atlanta map 1. So we'll see if they can get their first win on this map, also against Atlanta FaZe.
Well, here we go. FaZe tie the series up after that crazy search and destroy, and now we'll see who takes the lead. TJ Haley, though, smashing that triangle button into dust as he roams the bottom side of the map here. Now looking to get some capture progress done on A. aBeZy says, nah, bruh, cuts him down immediately.
I'd say both aBeZy and Atlanta FaZe as a whole, not players that particularly care about the fact that they can be heard coming around corners, because DJ heard aBeZy flying around that entire time, didn't make a single bit of difference, and now you got a little bit of pressure over towards the B zone, but look at how quick Atlanta FaZe is going to be on the setup. Cellium reads you the entire way, trying to come up those steps, and even Slasher starts off 3-0. Might get shut down, but at least draws a little bit of pressure towards the back of the map as you have Legion desperately trying to stabilize.
Well, Viva Las Vegas as they now get himself over towards the A zone quickly, but Sim, he's been, I think, spotted at the very least. You're going to have a setup here where at least the members of Vegas Legion are going to be able to watch those back doors. Command stack, slow and steady capture. Sim's been spotted. Here comes the chow. He's checked. Oh my God! Clay! All over him. The contest is done. Oh, no! It was looking great for Vegas. And then Chris Lair went and did it.
I mean, I think it would have been fine if not for, like, the team kill Nade, but that is, like, I just don't know how you do that. Like, I'm watching, dude, Simp baits for people. That's the craziest thing. He's bait for this team at times, and he can do things like that. A terrifying dynamic that this Atlanta FaZe team has, but these Legion are able to secure a little bit of pressure on the map, and not exactly a life lead, but you're just looking for that one moment of opportunity or towards this B site, but I don't think that opportunity is going to get created going through the flank. Cellium is a force to be reckoned with.
Yep, they are doing it. Teach. Ooh, slow and steady through the outside. Wait, one more. Nope, no chance. There's aBeZy. Anti-air. Vaznev cuts him down. Simno still making a bit of a run here. Clay gets a little bit of retribution. Quick spawns there from everyone here on Vegas Legion. You've got a full force of Vegas players now flooding through the field. Is Cellium going to be able to slow them down whatsoever? aBeZy on the back line here. 40 seconds to go. We might be able to see some presence towards B.
I think aBeZy might fall asleep. He's been waiting for TJ to chow this entire time. TJ never shows up, and that is a clean 4 down for Atlanta FaZe. Obviously, we saw it from aBeZy's point of view. That setup was just way too strong. He was able to just comfortably sit up in the alley, and now he just gets to comfortably roam over towards this White House. Maybe a flank coming through for Legion, but until you get rid of the tears out of this building, you're never capping me.
No. Final 10 seconds here on the round. You've got an entire segment. I've got an entire zone captured if you're Vegas Legion. That's good news. Consolation prize indeed. But for now, no hope TJ's getting on that point. No way. Simply no way. He's gone and done it. He's on the point. He's in. Will he survive? The gunfight's now in. The nades are there. Cellium catches one. aBeZy now on the quick flank. Wait a minute. 0.2 on the clock. 2 lives. Round over. FaZe, good job.
Yeah, someone hopped off the point as well, but I mean, I suppose in a sense, all things considered, it's nice that you captured a zone when you just got outslayed by about 14, 15 kills, but definitely the bad news in that situation, you just got outslayed that hard. Your guns are not exactly hot on this map for the moment, and smiles on at least one of the Terror's face, or maybe both of them, as they were able to just comfortably, again, run the show, live inside of your spawn, get a couple clean 4 downs, and not really ease up the pressure at any point that round.
Pressure now for FaZe on offense. See what they've got. Simp stats not so hot this time around. 2 and 5. Watching him for a moment here. See if he can catch anyone out going towards the top side. TJ, though, he's going to be under that sweet cover of 10 on the other side of the balcony. Clean these players up by 8. Oh, just a little bit too much thigh shown there, TJ. It gave Slasher all the notice he needed. 2-0, though, from downstairs. Chance he's slowing down the hit here and causing quite a bit of damage. Cellium should have spotted him, maybe. No, he didn't. 2-0 in a spot to maybe cause some damage later on.
That's certainly if the presence for Atlanta FaZe is going to be over towards B, and DJ's going to catch him. Well, we talked about how not all the Atlanta FaZe players need to be able to hear everything that's happening. Cellium not on that list. He heard that coming a mile away, and a nice little gunfight win by him down low. He turns that into 2, and now you have so much pressure on the point. aBeZy and Slasher going for the slow cap over towards A together. Cellium still roaming the spawn, and Atlanta FaZe toying with the idea they might try to make a break over towards B.
Second segment here coming through over by A. Gonna add a minute to the game clock if Atlanta FaZe can capture this one. So far, so good, John. Oh, wait a minute. It's too real and teaches. The last minute's the contest there. Cellium still alive. Keeping the capture going for a minute. And they've still got the numbers up. 21 lives either side.
Yeah, they never actually stacked the point, at least not with enough players, but it looks like they're going to be secure, bar some like miraculous play by 2Real, but he's just in a pinch. Cellium, this is a moment where all he wants to do is play for the kills and get set up from his team, or from his team rather. Temp with 2 though. Cellium still down low. At least a nice job by Vegas Legion. Again, pressure over towards that white building. Temp still causing problems down low, so Atlanta right now being slowed down just a bit, but only a single life difference between these two teams.
Well, 1 kill at a time. Oh dear. 1 kill at a time. FaZe are getting closer and closer. 2-0. Big win from him. FaZe is going to get caught out there upstairs. Simp's moving. But is he aware of the players behind him? Then he popped, trying to make his way on towards that point as well. And 2-0 once again holding that small room. As soon as he sees a player get on towards that B zone and start the capture, he's going to spring to life. There he is. It's FaZe. Oh, man. Chance, they've played this so delicately, so well. They're spinning plates right now, and they're still up. Cellium's managed to slip through as well. Oh, God, this is going to get ugly fast.
And if you die to Cellium in this moment, you might end up in a spawn trap. There's the first one for him. Damage on the second. His teammates get free clearance just to run through a field, and now he gets to go back to the cliff and try to set up the spawn trap. And Clay's getting caught along the way. Mantle the tree, get up top, and shoot these players off the cross. 1 tick already through from Atlanta, and they're not able to gun Cellium down just yet. Too big of a thorn in their side.
Second segment to be gone. This could be the round if somebody gets there in time. Got to fly, though. aBeZy bring him down. TJ finds 2. He can't get the third. A valiant, courageous attempt, but not enough. And we do have an update from Tim in stats. In that first attacking round, Vegas didn't manage to actually complete that segment on B, so they are down real bad right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the tick's going to matter too much if you end up losing 3-0, so we'll see how it goes. But I know that first round on defense, Atlanta FaZe did not break a sweat. Might have well just been search and destroy for those guys, completely on point. 0 mistakes made, and now a massive advantage, at least on this specific map. I mean, the slaying did kick up a little bit in that round for Vegas, but as soon as Cellium, who is 14 and 5, got in position, the round ended 20 seconds later.
Vegas on offense once again. Can they get themselves on the board at the very least? Here in the LSCLO control. First kill, nice bit of work there from Teach. Now all the teammates roaming downstairs, looking for a couple more kills, soften up the defenders, ball some aggression, stack a point, get it done quite quick. This could be it though. Smooth moves out Teach. Great round. Can he get Cellium as well? This would be unbelievable. Playing it safe. Oh, Marcel, what a spot. Great nade from Teach still. There's a lovely spree. Does get his boys on the point. Can 2Real pick up where Teach left off?
Doing what he can, little dance just to try to stay alive and just praying for help from his teammates. Gets enough help just to get these guys out of the point, and now he wants to be aggressive. That's a spot that Insight used earlier, and that is a difficult one to actually spot out, and another player is just going to fall as Cellium continues the rampage. 17 kills to his name, leaving the lobby by a decent chunk and everything covered. Atlanta FaZe, there are no holes on the map. They are ready to pounce on either side.
Good work out aBeZy. One room at a time cleared out. 2 reels up next. It's a 3 spree for Tyler Farris. Slasher joins him in the feed. 30 seconds and the map is done. Oh god. It's aBeZy. Finds another. 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, he had the knife out ready to go. And I mean, just the setup. You have Cellium in the window, just throwing spots over towards field. That's not open. You try to flood your way through a pop. If you go down low, Slashers here. It's going to be a swarm onto his zone in the final seconds. And even if you get there, you're going to get traded. 2 real. Last man standing. Has to stay alive. Desperate for a little bit of support. But he's trapped in between all of Atlanta FaZe. And as soon as he falls, that will be game.
Yeah, will be game. 2.2 on the clock, though. Over towards B. Clay sneaks in.
Oh, no, no.
He's waiting for, he's going for the game-winning play. Wait, he's got tags in a Slasher. He's got him. He's got him. Slasher wins the fight. Oh, God, that's it. 20 to 8 in the life count. 3-0. They're on a CeeLo. FaZe with an exceptionally dominant game of control. GG's. They take the lead here in the series.
It is worth mentioning, though, just the fact that Vegas were able to win that map 1. That wasn't the hardpoint map that they were necessarily looking forward to. The hotel where they had a 1-5 record. On aBeZy, Vegas are quite a bit stronger. 4-5 overall. Obviously, Atlanta FaZe on that map. No slouches, 7-5 record, but as soon as you get that first win under your belt, at least the potential of a map 5 is going to be on the horizon for Vegas. But I think certainly the map where they were 0-4 on, in the game mode where they are really from the start of the year, never exactly been their best. I think this is the one that certainly went as expected.
Yeah, this one really did. 3-0, 8 minutes 26 seconds to be precise, to get that one done. Good work there from Atlanta FaZe. Great work out of Cellium. What a beast he really is. 19-6. Outstanding in the search. Outstanding in the control. Let's see what happens in these highlights. Again, a wicked series so far. Vegas Legion taking that map. Surprised us all. Yeah, that was horrible. That was tough, man. That was a tough one. So a great spree out of TJ as well. Just good play all around. But Atlanta FaZe as a team, just a little too much.
What a placement.
Yeah.
Know? Like when I use the gun, I call it Vaznev. When Simp and aBeZy use the gun, it looks more just like a delete button because like they really didn't deserve that.
No, that was next level. That feels like one of those kills as well. You know it hits and you're in trouble after that one. Saw some sweet nade spots as well. Plenty of learnings here for you ranked players out there looking to climb the ladder. Get yourself up into that top 250 if you wish, but mad series so far. Let's find out what happens over the next map. Of course, we're going to aBeZy Hardpoint map number 4. See how that one goes in just a second. But for now, mate, the guns for FaZe are scorching hot. The barrels are still smoking. The momentum is in their favor. Pressure's now on for Vegas.
And I do know Atlanta FaZe, like, you know, still a very strong hardpoint team, but as far as their standards go, they have been struggling in the game mode. Even on a map like aBeZy that you assume would just be like their absolute wheelhouse, they quite often find themselves down by like 100 points. And it just like the struggle moments within the games really can hurt them. I know there's also the times where they're down by 100 points and nearly make the comeback as well. So Atlanta FaZe certainly possess that switch that they can flip. I just think it'll be a good map, honestly. Vegas, truly, on aBeZy, I think we'll go toe-to-toe.
This should be a lot of fun. Again, a solid pick for Vegas, and Atlanta FaZe current form, as ever, should be very, very exciting. What a contest we will have in our hands here. LSE low control, done. 3-0, Atlanta FaZe. GG's in the chat. Over now, we go to aBeZy Hardpoint. Match point for Atlanta FaZe. One more map and they can close this one out 3-1. Or do we go to the game 5? LSE low, search and destroy for that one. Atlanta FaZe can push their own record even further, or could Paris do the unthinkable? End the spree, win the series, get the girl. I don't know. You know where I'm going with this one, but that would be a lot of fun. We'll see if that happens. We got to get through aBeZy first.
Sorry, Miles. If who can get to the game 5, did he say?
Oh, no!
Yeah, that's right.
Sure,
add one to the list.
No! Add another to the list. I called him Paris. It doesn't count the second time around. I'll make sure that gets put on the tally. Oh, I've just been told. Like I've just been told I've been fired as well. Well, GG's, guys. It was a good run. We had a nice time. Couldn't even make it a map 4. That's crazy. But yes, we'll make sure that gets updated. You devil. All right. How are we feeling about the respawn chance? Save me.
Well, okay, actually, I'll give you a little caveat on this moment. So Legion as an organization are 0-9 in the CDL against Atlanta FaZe. So I know we were sort of running from the start of the year, calling Paris until they started getting wins. They started getting wins immediately, but maybe against Atlanta FaZe, you can get a pass. We'll go with that. So maybe we can unfire you just because they're 0-9 against Atlanta.
Yeah, maybe. I've been unfired. Thanks. I was reinstated, but it was a tough time. I was already getting the twit longer ready, but there you go. GG's in the chat. Everyone's getting ready for this one. We're almost hot to trot, ladies and gents. Bring your passports. We're going to embassy.
Those passports last you for 10 years, so better to get them early. You're able to have it for a very long time, and I think something the Brits are becoming very familiar with. They're visas, renewals, exchanges, services. Not an easy process, so definitely when you're dealing with bureaucracy, you want to be as on point as possible. And you'd say for Atlanta FaZe, if you want to be as on point, the holds are good when they get them. But that rotation battle, it looks like Legion, at least over the course of the year, have been slightly stronger in that regard. You got to make sure you're on point, or you never get your visa in time.
Or you know, it was the alliteration. It was the pressure for Paris. That's what it was. Damn, son! It's Simp in the feed. Selling with a 2 as well, and it is an immaculate opener here for Atlanta FaZe on Embassy.
And poor Temp already just forced to not actually get the player out of the hill, but watched his own flank. So this is Simp. Just the fact that he is alive, his teammates able to sit in the hill and collect the time because Temp is still waiting for the chow. And now everybody is falling one by one, just waiting for Simp to kill him next.
No, he's whoever's next. I just don't challenge him. This is his building. This is his embassy. No, Temp. No, Temp, stop. Don't challenge him. Wherever he may be, he's on a tear. It's 5 in a row now for Simp. You've spawned out the backside. That's all good for now. Simp still roaming the halls. I don't think he's got any more kills on the cards for a few moments, but what an opener. Atlanta FaZe. Here comes the next. Oh, no, teammates have got it. Jesus, Mary, Joseph. Atlanta FaZe starting hot.
Well, that is maybe the best P1 of the year opening break. This is not a hill that is easy to collect time on, but Atlanta FaZe maybe trying to break more records than one, and even on the rotation, set up, ready to go. You can snake all you want. Simp just going to pre-fire you, get the cruise, and now be the man to collect the time. And honestly, the fact that number 7 just spawned out, I don't know if Vegas is going to read it, but you have a flank coming as well. So Cellium going to start shooting in the back. It does not get read, and the man that snakes air.
Yep.
Yeah, good luck with this one.
Yeah, good luck with this one. Oh, no, Clay, don't do it. No! Ah! Cellium 3. Oh, it's out. The Simp spree is still rolling. Oh, dear, and Cellium, the fadeaway, stays alive. This is a wild one. Can we go to Simp? Yeah, can we stay on with Simp until he dies? Oh, it gets it 7. Stay on with Simp if we can. 10 seconds remaining. I don't care about the hard point for now. I just love to see how this spree goes.
Why would you care about the hard point? It's 78 to nothing.
He's washed.
No reason to for the moment, Miles. It's not competitive.
Well, he's washed. The spree is over. But this has been a devastating and potentially back-breaking opener from FaZe. Do Vegas Legion have the fortitude chance mentally to bounce back from this one?
Oh, this is tough because apparently they didn't get trophies in the hills. So you had TJ, who I think went on a 5 spree to set them on this rotation. And off the back of the trophies being gone and the cruise missile and the ARs getting a couple extra kills. Vegas, all that early rotation, that 5 spree from TJ. Doesn't get you a ton of time, but maybe this hill is TJ's. Gets the 2-piece and maybe looking to collect that final 20 seconds to scrap. TJ doing everything he can to keep his team in this game.
I think Too Real may have been spotted out. Slash is upstairs. He's watching the ladder. Oh no! Too Real, so sneaky, please look left. And this kills yours, and you help your boys run this a little better. Oh, crumbs. Yeah, baby, that's the Vaz never work. There we go. Too Real keeps this play alive. This is a huge turning point here for Vegas.
I was about to say, you want to go out the back window, though. You need to go out the back window to try to block these spawns and get the kill. Now those Atlanta FaZe players are going to spawn now, and your teammates have a bit of a shorter run. Atlanta FaZe actually just spawn up watching the cross, though, but Clay gets the kill. Too Real can now hit the back, and there you go. Vegas Legion inside the point. You just have to trade Slasher, and you're good to get the time.
Slasher just crossed up 2 players right over the block. Into the point we now go. Clay, oh, he's slithering, baby. Too Real, though. Sorting Hat is through. Is he also a member of the same house? I think so, baby. Too Real in the point, bringing his Bance Nev to play, and he's having a great time. The trophies, the madness, utter insanity on the inside here. Oh my God, Clay, can he get another? What a point this has been so far. There's the contest, there's the kills. Clay's on a 4.
It's like you're fighting zombies. aBeZy will just sprint straight at you. 1 HP, does not care. He is challenged, but on the rotation, it looks like Temp can't quite get the 2-piece. The nade's there for the damage, and Atlanta FaZe in control of the game once again. You have Clayster on a 4, so it's certainly noteworthy as all 4 players right now for Vegas working through the tennis court side of the map, and Dre's out of bound. That's going to be at least number 5 as Temp does get that kill. You're trying to work yourself towards this hill. Clay's going to get caught, though, but the rest of the team, it's SMGs out and abound. They got the break inside.
Simp on the back, trying to make his way through the kitchen. He's got no contest so far. Brings down Teej. His teammates win all their ones, and what looked like a good setup has just been turned to ash. Atlanta FaZe with a...
Yeah, that's the tough one, where everybody makes the break, you get inside the point, and then each of the tears picks up a 2-piece and takes it away from you 3 seconds later. Essentially suffocating moment is Simp the unkillable. Maybe this is the part of the map that is just his wheelhouse. Another spree for him. That's number 6. Number 7 on the cards. Clay hates this gunfight, doesn't want to fight him. Simp is closing doors in his face. Finally, he's going to fall. Atlanta FaZe happy for the lead. 1 set of rotations in. They've doubled up the score. A perfect 140-70.
Cellium wins another 140-70. God, what a hard point so far. It is a masterclass from Simp. aBeZy, top side of Embassy Suite, nearly takes care of 2 real as well. That's 3 clean kills there, though, for Vegas Legion. Take care of Cellium, get a bit of time on P1. The entire squad just appeared in kitchen. Let's see if we can do something here. If you are Vegas Legion, we may be sounding a little trolly, but this map is not over yet.
aBeZy wants the knife kill. He is desperate for the knife kill. He pulled it out 2 different times, but even just the annoyance of him staying alive there. As long as there's someone up and around the hill, Vegas knew they couldn't actually jump inside the point, so Cellium doing a nice job to buy his team a little bit of time. But now Vegas doing a nice job of picking up some of the kills. Cellium still on the exact same life he's been on from the previous hill. And it's a 4 spree for him. Gonna get shut down, but look at that rotation. The back PD got left open in Atlanta FaZe. At least they're going to have the back spawns for new.
They do, but they don't have Temp. He's got the clearance there. He gets 1. A lot of information passed over. TJ guns up, ready to go. Here we have it. Hard point in the hands of Vegas for now, but for how long? Trophy stack, putting in the good work. aBeZy's the man in the hill. Here comes the counter-attack now from Vegas through the side door, trying to bait out these players from FaZe. Can they get them to commit to the fight? Temp's got another one. Teej, he's going on the world tour right now. Deady in hand, looking to reinforce, but that Slasher AR is up. Oh, it's a big win. Slasher's in, Simp's in. Hard point FaZe.
Yeah, that was ridiculously good positioning out of aBeZy as well. He knows a couple of those players got forced inside the stairwell. He jumps to the other side of the point to get the cutoff kills, and when the players coming out of the stairwell, well, he had him in a pinch. So nice little moment right there. Coordinated, obviously, with the other tear through the cruise missile and Cellium in the unkillable spot.
Yeah.
Clayster's eyes are going to glaze over in this gunfight. Just
Look
the worst. Just the absolute worst.
What is this?
Yeah. Oh my God. It's
Who won it? Nobody won it. That's who. 176 and climbing. FaZe, hard point in their hands. New one's up. Temp's trying to make something happen here from downstairs, as full has definitely been lost on the other side of the stage. As Clay did not enjoy that fight, but hard point. Temp just dives in, breaks this bad boy on his own. A nade from aBeZy. Unfortunate timing there with a trophy. That would have been sweet. But hey, man, Cell locking it down. 6 spree for him, as he has been playing out of his mind last few maps.
I mean, it's, you know, the type of player that Slasher would hate the absolute most, and that was the beneficiary of this style of Call of Duty. Cellium perfect with the pistol. Clayster just getting the short end of the stick no matter where he goes, and right now Vegas just trying to avoid the old 100-point club. They should be successful, should be able to get this scrap time, but even on that rotation, Atlanta FaZe, all 4 players squared up, ready to go.
Ready to roll. 100-point club has been avoided now for Vegas Legion. Not over yet. Can they find something here? Can they regain? Slasher with the kills in the feed. Top side covered. He spots out 2 real. Teach's got him red. Here we go. Back on the inside of the embassy. This is a banger of a hard point the first time round. Second time. What do we got? Simp in a corner. Clay's about to get red. And now dead. Next up. Simp with the back door. Gets his second. 1 more to deal with. And it's just Chris there, man. It's Simp all day and night. Embassy is his playground.
Yeah, he just goes on sprees almost whenever he decides. This one only a 4 for the moment, but if Clayster gets snaked one more time, he's gonna pull out his hair. And Simp still just trying to run it up, even if he doesn't need to get the kills himself. He's got the teammates for the coverage, but he gets his own trades. That's number 5. Number 6 in short order, and the game gonna follow. Atlanta FaZe with a dominant win on aBeZy Hardpoint.
Atlanta FaZe close it out with a bang. Snakes aside, it was a sensational performance from the squad. Simp with the unbelievable spree to start things off and a crazy one to close it out as well. Kudos to those boys. A well-deserved victory, 3-1. And despite the blemish in that opening hard point, the Vegas Legion stole and certainly walked away with very, very good looks from Atlanta FaZe. The search and destroy record remains intact, and they are one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, well, without question. I mean, these guys are absolutely ridiculous. I think selling like half of his salary needs to go to him being like a QR tester whenever new games get developed. Just let him just have free reign to figure things out, you know, selling him if there's a way to break it, he's gonna find it. And all what he did there was pretty much break Vegas Legion down. I mean, 25 and 11, the number of times where he was just like, he had lives that were being extended like 2 hills straight were just completely unkillable, rotating around the map, and his job was never to touch the hill. That was everybody else's job, and everybody that game for Atlanta FaZe did their job. I mean, 3 players with 20+ non-trades. You had the tears with 1.5 minutes plus inside the hill for each of them. Dominant series towards the end. Obviously, the hotel, not where Atlanta wants it, but I don't think that's a map that we're going to expect them to be too poor on for too much longer.
No, crazy stuff. There we go. Solid hard point to start things off there. FaZe obviously going to be you're going to see them play that in the coming weeks for sure. They want to get that one right before we get to the major, but everything else squeaky clean for Atlanta FaZe, your Major 2 champs. Have not skipped a beat whatsoever. Crazy, crazy series. Very, very exciting stuff. And Atlanta FaZe still running things over here in the CDL. And Chance is on his back. Just checked. I mean,
the worst part about those gunfights, Miles, like the one Clayster had against Cellium on the back truck, you have to take it. You can't turn and run, because as soon as you turn and run, he just pops up and kills you. You have to take an impossible gunfight, and you're just stuck. Like, I just feel so bad for Clayster in that moment. That's all it is.
I do. See this, Chance? The tiniest little violin for Clay there.
Yeah,
but Jax, take it away. Let's get us out here before we say something stupid.
Thank you, Miles. I am here with our resident conspiracy theorist. We have Nameless on the desk. And Nameless, I've been told stories of how their lizard people's running the world, right? Cellium is guaranteed to have skills, correct? True or false underneath that jersey?
He absolutely has to, bro. I mean, how is, like, that form is 12 out of 10. Like, this guy was snake in the air at one point, bro. This is unacceptable, man. We need to lock this guy up. For real, this is literally ridiculous.
Cellium, maybe the sneakiest player in all of Call of Duty. He's always peeping over an edge, and he gave his team the edge over Vegas today. 25 and 11, I think, were the final numbers, but the whole team put up the stats. After dropping game 1, it was 3 straight for Atlanta FaZe in a series that we were kind of hoping would go the distance here. Vegas just looked like they ran out of gas, or maybe just got a little too frustrated in this final fourth.
Yeah, a series, I mean, that probably went as expected, as most people would have thought, but there was some hope, I think, in most of our hearts of maybe Vegas Legion pulls out this win, but it ends up the same way as the last time that they matched up. Vegas wins that opening hardpoint. Last time they matched up, it was 250 to 248, and they cinched it on aBeZy. This time it was on Hotel, 250 to 211. But the 3 maps following that were nowhere near as close as the last time. That's 6-2 Mercado. I mean, Simp was just doing what he wanted to do on the map. At least last time in that game 2, they went to around 11. It was a little bit more competitive. And then we moved to that LSEO control. I mean, it was just dominant overall from the Atlanta FaZe.
Nameless, as we take a look at some of the numbers here, where do you rate FaZe at the moment? Where do you rate the Vegas Legion?
Oh, man, that's a tough question. I have to, like, dive a little bit deeper. I feel like Vegas Legion definitely could be a top 8 team. Fringe in that area, they're looking a lot better. This series was just really tough. I mean, you get the respawn out of the way right off the rip, right? You win that hotel hardpoint, then you go into that search and destroy. Man, it's really just pick your poison when it comes to Atlanta FaZe, and now, like, Mercado seems to be so dominant. I wouldn't want to play them on that map either. You know, it's just early round fights. What do you do against aBeZy and Simp? So many rounds, they got blooded. Like, these guys are just running at you, and there's no answer that Vegas had.
Slash was saying in his last interview that the whole league seems to be getting closer together when it comes to skill ceiling, but they are working on perfecting their own gameplay, and so far, FaZe is looking pretty darn good outside of that match against the Thieves. We've got Cellium, the King Cobra, joining us live. And Cellium, I just got to ask you, first of all, were you talking any smack to Vegas even though they couldn't hear you? It looks like you were in their head all of Game 4.
Nah, I wasn't talking smack, but I was like saying like, guys, there's only 2 there. There's only 2 that I'm snagging them so bad. But I was like, I started to feel bad after a while, you know. But yeah.
A 3.17 in control. I just now took notice of that. Nameless. Cell was dropping bombs today.
First of all, Cell, you're just insane, bro. Like, dominant in game. I gotta ask you though, it feels like there's just no shame now when it comes to snaking. Like, you're doing it all over the map. Like, just talk to me about snaking. Like, how does it give you such a big edge over the rest of everyone else? How's your form so much better?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've been snaking since like IW, so it's been like a minute that I've had my form. So you know, I feel like everyone knows the snake's kind of like but then I'm here. So
why is it so rampant now? Why does it feel like it's just shameless? Everyone's doing it in this game, as opposed to other games where people didn't do it as much.
I mean, I feel like it's the game. I feel like the older games did like the crouch cooldown, like they fixed it. But I feel like with this game, it's not really like a cooldown. You just do how many times you want, you know. So, I mean, yeah, like Cold War, it fixed it. Vanguard, it was like the crouch cooldown was good, but I feel like this game is just like there's no cooldown. I feel like there needs to be a cooldown.
If the devs give it to him, he's gonna use it, Nameless. All right.
I had to
All right. Well, I want to take the conversation a different direction.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the search and destroys. You guys have looked literally unbeatable. It's been phenomenal across the board. What kind of sets you apart? What makes you guys so good at search and destroy? Is it the work ethic? Is it the ice? Is it just the talent? Like, what sets you guys above the rest right now?
I honestly feel like it's our mid-round decision. I feel like our mid-round decision making is just like over the top within the team. And Austin's calling his strats, and then me, Tyler, Chris are just like it's in our blood pretty much, S&D, since we grew up playing it. So I feel like we have a really good S&D team.
We only have time for 2 more questions, so Cellium, I'm going to steal both of these. First question is, who can compete with Atlanta FaZe for the Texas title? Right now, there's just a handful of teams in my book that could be playing for that trophy.
I mean, there's a lot of teams. You know, there's like Toronto. Obviously, Toronto's looking really good with their new player. There's a lot of good teams like Boston. I know that there's a lot today, but Boston's good. New York. I mean, there's a lot of good teams, man.
Final question for you tonight is, I know you're done competing for the evening, but I've heard you've been firing up the stream recently. So what should people be tuning in for? What are you doing when you're live?
I mean, I'm usually playing ranked play when I'm live. You know, if you want to tune in, Twitch TV, Cellium, but I mean, yeah, I just play ranked play with like my friends and just chill.
And could you carry a caster or maybe a host one day?
Yeah, I'm down, man.
All right, I got some Call of Mobile guys with me tonight. We're going to need your backpack. Cellium, congratulations on dropping some bombs tonight, including that 3.17 in control. We look forward to your next match.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
That is Cellium, a.k.a. MacArthur. I'm still waiting for my bobblehead, Atlanta FaZe. We need to make that happen. The king of the snakes, just always bouncing up and down and getting them headshots. But we got to talk about a lot of these games that happened today, because we open it up with our number 2 seed versus number 3. Toronto, the number 3 in this situation. But after today, you may argue, the Ultra stronger than the Subliners?
I mean, it was certainly one of the matches I didn't expect to go in a 3-0 coming off of yesterday. You know, when we talked about it at the end of the show, it's like, yeah, the first 2 matches tomorrow should be a bit of a cooler for both these teams. It'll be a solid head-to-head. That is not what we got in this series. Toronto Ultra, they pull off the clutch win in that first hotel hardpoint. They win by a measly 10 seconds, and then it's scrappy and Kleenex throughout the entire rest of the series. It was a dominant S&D. It was a clutch control, and Toronto Ultra are looking better than ever.
Yeah, I thought that first map in the series was map of the day. Absolutely. Almost one of the craziest comebacks that we have ever seen. But Toronto Ultra, man, looking absolutely phenomenal with this pickup. Clearly, you know, with the addition of Hixie, everybody's been frying. And we also saw Insight have some pretty big moments. A guy that I feel like we haven't talked about as much. We'll be looking at him in the future.
Insights, we want an interview with you, my friend. We've talked to the rest of the Toronto crew after their wins. Toronto getting an impressive victory over the Subliners today. And we also saw an impressive victory coming out of this squad. LA Thieves matching up against Seattle Surge that just 3-0'd Minnesota in their last meeting. And this time it was Thieves in the driver's seat after that first map, and they continue to roll here. What did you see from the Thieves, Allie?
I saw a really good showing from Kenny today. I feel like it's not very often we see him come out hot in a series, even though they did lose that first hotel hardpoint. He was still flying across the board. He was the only positive member on the side of LA Thieves, and he continued that throughout the rest of the maps. So definitely good to see him starting off hot in these series. But I also want to talk about their search and destroy again. I knew it was going to come down to that map number 2. There's both teams that are struggling in that game mode specifically, and it was nice to see LADs kind of make that middle round adjustment because they were on the back end in the first half of that. Seattle was playing their trades amazing in that middle building, and the LA Thieves make the adjustment and end up coming out with the win.
Yeah, LA Thieves look great in this series. A couple nail biters when you get down to the wire at the end of it, but in control, we saw the big plays as Ali just referenced, and as well as them multiple times trying to set up like the same sort of spawn trap. So clearly they have a goal on these maps, and you know, strategically these guys are sound. And also on that HyDra clutching up at the very end, it was hard fought back and forth. Both of these teams are top 5 when it comes to hardpoint and control. So we knew it was going to be a battle. LA Thieves just more structured today.
LA Thieves pulling out the W.